Hey everybody, it's your girl Angie. Welcome back to Kiss My Cheeks TV. You know what it is. This is the episode that we wait for every season of RuPaul's Drag Race. We sit around and look, we click through the week. Is it Snatch Game yet? Is it Snatch Game yet? Is it Snatch Game yet? Ru, you already made us wait a whole week. No new episode to finally get us to the Snatch Game. It is here. I'm here to review it. I have a few things to say. I won't hold you long. Let's get into it. So first, did you all watch the COVID special last week? It was an hour-long episode. I want to say one thing. I'm probably the number one person I don't want to see nothing else to do with COVID. We already lived through COVID. I don't really want to hear everybody's story about, I just don't like to relive stuff I already lived through. But the way they put that episode together, it was excellent. I was highly entertained. It made me love a lot of the queens a whole lot more. I got to know more about them. Ru really took his time this season to make sure we got to know the girls. It wasn't just, there they are, vote them off. If you follow them on Instagram, you follow them. If you don't, you don't. I feel like I know the contestants this season so much better than contestants of the past. And I hope he keeps that format for people who are, I guess you would call me a casual watcher, because I don't normally go to drag shows and I don't normally follow people in that entertainment industry, because I'm introduced to most drag queens through RuPaul's Drag Race. And usually if I like you, I follow you, and that's it. So I like getting to know everyone the way RuPaul is letting us get to know everyone. So that's all I want to say about that episode. I thought it was a really, really good. I enjoyed it. We open up the episode with Candy talking about when RuPaul tells you to sashay away and you have to turn around and look, and everybody say, "Girl, you should have went home." That's all I'm gonna say. I want y'all. We already know what happened. Elliot, Utica, if y'all don't believe me, go back and watch my last review. I warned y'all in the last review that RuPaul was just waiting for Elliot to get in the bottom two to send his ass home. And what I don't like about Candy being back, girl, he didn't even do double Shantae, you both stay. He said Candy's sashay away made you turn around and take 2 steps before he said, I ain't ready. He put you through all of those emotions just for you to come back and be the same bitch. It didn't humble you at all. You, the whole episode, I don't know if you should do that, girl. I don't know. Instead of you worrying about yourself, instead of you critiquing your Snatch game, which we gonna get to, you feel the need to still narrate and tell everybody what they doing wrong and what they doing right, when, girl, you just was on your way to having your bags packed. Let's get into the episode. I don't care nothing about that mini challenge. That was a waste of 5 minutes. The whole week, I've seen this little snippet of Snatch Game, and I've been trying to figure out who everybody was going to play, so let's get into it. Candy is going to do Patrick Star. Utica, is it Rob Ross or Bob Ross? I'm familiar with the painter and who he is, but I just don't remember his name. I don't understand why Utica wants squirrels on her head. Get in the comments. As a black person, when I see a white person in an afro wig, I'm not offended. I'm not offended. Because like Ru said, some white people have naturally curly hair that afros. So it's not a cultural appropriation. You could have got you a little afro wig, girl. Them squirrels were a no ma'am. Elliot, I can't remember the actress's real name. I know it's Ru, but I'm just going to call her Blanche off of the Golden Girls. He warned you. That's all I'm going to say. Simone did Harriet Tubman. Was anybody offended? I was not offended. I'm gonna get into how I felt about Simone playing Harriet Tubman later, but I felt like I was not offended that she wanted to play Harriet Tubman. Tina was Richard Simmons. Olivia was Tabitha Brown. And that's all that they showed us in the workroom that Ru talked to. I felt like everyone in the workroom was filling each other out. Let me tell you, when we were in the workroom and Ru was going around talking to everybody, I was worried. I was so worried. I text Charles. You know, Charles is my friend. We do things together on YouTube. And we text and Twitter each other all the time about these shows because we love to talk about them. And I said, I'm worried. I'm worried about the Snatch Game. I felt like I didn't see it for anybody. Now, they didn't really show us. I knew Gottmik had it because I seen the clip of her doing the big cock for Paris Hilton. I knew from that whoever was playing Paris Hilton had it. Paris Hilton had it. But I was worried. I just was like, I don't see, especially Rosé. Candy was getting her life every time Rosé talked in that Irish accent. It was a good accent. She had it down. I ain't like it. But let's get into the Snatch Game. Simone's Harriet Tubman, to me, was more Jennifer Lewis. She was playing Jennifer Lewis dressed up like Harriet Tubman. I think that's why Ru threw that out there like, Harriet, if somebody could play you in a film about your life, would it be Jennifer Lewis? Because that, to me, that's who was her Simone was giving. I wish Simone would have did Jennifer Lewis because she had it down. She had Jennifer Lewis down. The mannerisms, the voice, it was all Jennifer Lewis dressed up like Harriet Tubman. It was hilarious. Hilarious. When Ru asked her that question and she was like, well, you know, white people feel like they can play us any other time, so why not let her play me? And Ru was like, Jennifer Lewis is not white. And she was like, oh, Lord, I got my Jennifers mixed up. That was funny. Like, I'm going to get to it. I felt like Simone was robbed a little bit. Gottmik's Paris Hilton was scary real. Like, Gottmik looked like Paris Hilton was sitting there, and it sounded like scary real. Gottmik did amazing. Hands down. It was clear. It was clear from the introduction when Gottmik first had that first exchange with RuPaul. Gottmik is winning this. She's winning it. I loved it. I thought that was amazing. Amazing. Rosé, that queen of Mary or whatever it was, I love the Tudors too. And I think I'll get in the comments and let me know if my history is wrong. Because I really watched that show, The Spanish Queen. I watched that whole series where it started from the white princess, the white queen, or was it the white queen, the white princess, and the Spanish Queen 1, Spanish Queen 2. You know what I'm talking about over there on Stars. Is Mary, the Queen of Scotland, the sister of the Tudors that got married off to the Scottish king, the old man. The old man died, and then she went back and was mad at the Spanish princess, and then she got her head chopped off. I don't know. History ain't my subject. You know, I'm the numbers girl. But is that who Rosé was playing? I don't know, but the accent irritated me. Like I said, Candy was getting her life. Like, Candy couldn't stay in character for shit. Candy was up there enjoying the show. She was... Let's get into... But that's who Rosé was. Tina's Richard Simmons was a note for me. Like, I didn't get no Richard Simmons from what she was doing. And because Richard Simmons is such a hyper, like, every time she gave an answer, she had to get up and jump and jack, ow, jog. Because that's what he is. To me, he's not a sit down type of guest. It didn't portray, it was a no man. Kandi was playing Patrick Star. And I said, Kandi is playing Kandi. You can say Patrick Star all you want to. You had the little turban on your head. You have to look. Kandi's face was beat. That makeup was gorgeous, Kandi. But you were sitting there just playing Kandi like it's Halloween. You got on your costume, but you didn't have the act. But you were not the worst by far, so you get to live. But I felt like every time RuPaul was coming around with Kandi, he was putting on. He was like, Kandi ain't going home, so I'm gonna at least laugh so I can say you made me laugh. But Kandi wasn't funny. Like, she reached over there and grabbed a banana, and what she say? She liked dick and donuts. Like, I don't know. And they only showed us Kandi answering one question, so we really don't know how she did. I'm like I said, Kandi by far was not the worst. By far was not the worst. By far. But Kandi was playing Kandi. She was not playing Patrick Star. I don't know. I know Patrick Star, but I've never watched one of his YouTube videos or one of his makeup videos. I just don't think he acts like Kandi, but he could. Hell, I don't know. But let's move on from Kandi, because I don't want people to think I hate Kandi, because let me tell you one thing. When I watched that COVID special, I fell in love with all the queens, including Kandi. And I've always liked Kandi. I like Kandi. I don't want to say past tense. I just wish she would be a tad bit more humble. Just a tad bit. I wish she would take a critique and learn from it and not be like, well, shit, I ain't go home. I'm still the shit. I don't know. And maybe that's what people love about Kandi. I don't know. But let's move on. Dahlia her name ain't Dahlia. What's that child name? Denali was John Van Ness. I recognize him from the reboot of The Queer Eye. I really recognize him from those commercials with the gymnastic girl. What is that? Simone Biles. I recognize him. I didn't watch the reboot of Queer Eye. I watched the original. But Denali was good. It was so freaking good. Like, Denali was second, period. Elliot, I ain't see no Rue. What's her name? McCallan? I didn't write it down. But Blanche, it was a no ma'am. Blanche, yes, she loves the comfort of a man. But what else? Like, Blanche is just Southern. Like, she's so much more than just the comfort of a man. Like, you didn't even have on your Southern accent, your Southern belle. Like, it was a clear no ma'am, and it was not funny. Utica was all bad. From the moment you start flipping cards talking about you painted the environment, I said it's all bad. From the moment you decided to wear a wig made of fluffy squirrels, it was all bad. I don't know why they gave Utica so much camera time. Just with her sitting there with them squirrels on her head, she should have had to lip sync. It was all... What was the green paint coming out your mouth, girl? Gottmik was so funny. She had people breaking character left and right. Like, this Snatch game, when it comes to holding character, was the worst. Gottmik had people laughing left and right. Kandi laughed at everybody. Like, I'm telling you, Kandi was just there to enjoy the show. She broke character so much. That Tabitha Brown was so bad. Like, I'm like, Olivia, do you really watch Tabitha Brown? Now, mind you, she might be on Instagram, but I know Tabitha Brown from TikTok doing her vegan cooking. And we all know Tabitha don't cook no barbecue with no tofu, whatever it's called, tofu. She is the one who introduced me to the jackfruit, making it look like ribs and taco meat. She's the one who turned carrots into bacon. Like, and she always come out, we just do a little bit right here like that, like this, like that. To your taste, however you want it. A little crunchy. Like, you didn't have any of Tabitha's mannerisms down. No, she's not loud. She's not boisterous. She's not over the top. I've never in my life, of all the TikTok videos, seen her handing out apples and bananas. Like, I don't know. I didn't feel like you put a lot of effort into that, and it was bad. It was not funny. And I feel like, ladies, if you're on the Snatch game and Ru is not laughing, you're in trouble. How dare you go back to the workroom and think you did a good job and Ru was not laughing? If you're talking to Ru and he's not snickering like, yeah, like you're bombing. You are losing at the Snatch game. What else happened? Raven looked good. Raven and Pork Chop were the two people over there. I already talked about all that. Raven looks so good. I love Raven. Overall, the bottom three was very clear, and to me, after I watched the Snatch game, because I watched it 2 times, Gottmik winning was very clear. And so let's move on. T.S. Madison is back. Anytime I get to see my girl Maddie, I'm happy. I was like, oh. And then I didn't watch Untucked last night, but then I looked on Twitter and they said Madison was on Untucked. So of course, I went back and watched Untucked this morning. I love T.S. Madison. It's a show I'm not going to review just because I want to soak it in and enjoy every moment of it. The T.S. Madison Experience, it comes on Thursday nights on WeTV. You missing out on a good time. You're missing out on a good time. Watch it. You will love it. This week's Runway, 80% of y'all looked the fool. It's fascinating. Fascinators. Let's get into it. Up first was Olivia. She was a mad scientist. She had on like all patent leather gloves. I love the gloves. I lived for some nice royal blue gloves with a pointy. I love my pointy nails with a pointy tip like a nail. A nice white jacket. Nice thigh-high boots. The Fascinator is what I didn't like. It was a no man for me. Rose was a no man. I loved the rose headpiece, but I did not like. It's like, I'm with Michelle Visage. What's up with all this tulle and all these ruffles? Like, yeah, you had on a belt to cinch in your waist. It was still too much. Like, if you were going to be a rose, I would have loved for that headpiece just to be 2 times as big. And then you have on a slinky green, just to the floor gown, like tight body snatch, not a ruffle on it, and then have the little belt and the gloves with the thorns. That would have set it off for me, Rose. But that dress right there was too much. Utica was a picnic. I said, alright. It was alright. It wasn't all that. I mean, I like the concept. But it's a bodysuit. And I don't know why Michelle went up for it. Simone. I love Simone so much. Number one, when she first turned the corner and I just saw the all white, the dress, the way she had the drama on the hips, the Fascinator alone, before we even get to the back, when she first hit that corner and I saw her with that pure white fabric on her beautiful buttery skin. I said, yes, ma'am, Simone. Yes, ma'am. And then when she hit the end of that runway and turned, and I saw the say my name or say their names and the two bullet holes, before she even start talking, I got the concept. And she had her hands up, and I said, thank you for using this platform, which is supposed to be your opportunity to get the world to get to know you, for you to win a competition. Thank you for saying, forget that for a moment. I want the world to remember them. And I want to make this statement as a Black person with my hands up. I still can get shot 2 times in the back. Powerful statement. One of the most beautiful ways I've seen this statement executed on any platform. And I just want to say thank you for taking a moment that was supposed to be all about you in a competition and making it all about everybody else whose names we need to continue to be said. It was everything. I loved it. Gottmik, I said, Gottmik did not come to play with y'all hoes. She did not come to play with y'all. Gottmik came to win, especially when it comes to fashion. I loved everything about what Gottmik had on. That safety pin with, she says, Swarovski crystals into a little thing of blood. That jacket I would wear. I would put that on. I wouldn't wear it how she wore it, but I would put that on with me some nice skinny jeans and a nice good boot. Denali, cute concept, but it looked cheap. I'm with Michelle. It's a costume. It's a costume. You was on some good, cute little rollerblades, but it was a no man for me. Look at my paper. Elliot with 2 T's. I said, no fucking ma'am. In all capitals. I said, no fucking ma'am. What is this Elliot has on? I still don't see the flamingo. I don't see flamingo at all. I don't care if you got pink and feathers on it. Not a flamingo doesn't make flamingo. I don't get it. Why is one half a dress and one half straight and the same thing up top? Tina almost got a no fucking ma'am, but she still got a no ma'am. I said your suit was ill-fitting and I didn't like the concept. Like, Tina, I don't get it. Candy, I love Candy's fascinator. Just the muse and the feathers. I thought that was really cute. I like the dress, Candy. I do like it. But it made you look bigger than what you actually are. You needed something to cinch in that waist. But that was it. Of course, the tops were Gottmik, Denali, and Rose. The bottoms were Olivia, Elliot, and Utica. I said Simone was robbed. Her Harriet Tubman was funny, and she slayed the runway. But Utica, I'm saying the names too fast. Slow down. But RuPaul still gave her a shout out on the main stage for her statement piece. I still felt like we could have swapped Rose out for Simone based on the Snatch game. But based on the runway, we definitely could have swapped out Denali for Simone. But moving on. The lip syncs are Utica and Miss 2 T's. Some song called Fascinated. I remember it from the skating rink. It's like I heard it before, but it ain't one of my jams. I want to know, did Elliot throw this? Did the producers say, Elliot, it's your time to go? Because where was the dancing queen? Where was the... Elliot done did 50 million splits on this stage. All the death drops. This was the song to do it. Up-tempo, upbeat. Where was it? Utica is the girl. I'm not even going to put it on race because my ass ain't the best dancer either. Utica is the non-dancing girl who does not give a fuck. She gonna do whatever dance she wanna do. Utica kicked that leg up 2 times. She was on the floor. Utica was giving it her life. Utica was doing her damn thing. Was it in rhythm? No. Was it sexy? No. But Utica was being Utica, and she was giving the song the emotion that it deserved. And Utica slayed. She deserved to win. By Elliot. I told you last week, you better bring it on the Snatch game because Ru has been dying to send you home. Dying. I don't know how long she's going to be able to save Candy, but let's move on to Untucked. The main drama in Untucked, the Tina, Simone, and Candy are like, we was in the bottom last week, but we moving on up. We safe. And I'm like, barely. Like, Tina could have easily been in the bottom. Candy too, like, the delusions of these girls. Tina wants to know, what does RuPaul find funny? Because Tina says, I'm funny in New York. Everyone loves me. Why can't I make RuPaul laugh? I said, Tina, if you want to know what RuPaul finds funny, follow your girl Candy. Because for whatever, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the ghetto-ness of it. I don't know. It could just be the rawness of it. Like, Candy is just Candy. It could just be the rawness of it, of her not even trying to be funny that makes her funny. But what Candy does is what Ru finds funny. So you got to get a little bit of that. The drama, everyone says Utica is a shady bitch off camera. But on camera, she is the love. Because I remember Olivia going to confront Utica. She's like, I'm feeling a little uncomfortable with conflict. And it was like, well, you ain't had no problem practicing your reads on us at dinner the other night. Look, I don't care if Utica is a shady bitch. I feel like Utica is extremely nice. And she looks like a non-confrontational type person. And when she went to Olivia and was like, oh, I think you did good. You did okay with the Snatch game. Whatever she said to Olivia. Clearly, Olivia. Was RuPaul laughing? Was RuPaul laughing at your Tabitha Brown? No. Were you stumbling and fumbling and flipping all over your apples and oranges and your words? Yes. So you knew Utica was lying to your ass, right? You knew she was lying. So I don't like the gang up on Utica thing because I like Utica, and I definitely don't like when people gang up on non-confrontational type of people when what she did was, it wasn't even shady. It was a little white lie. She was trying not to hurt your feelings. Like, she was trying to be like, girl, woo, 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 you ain't do that bad. Look at me. Look at my squirrels. I ain't do shit. You did okay. And Denali asked her a question. Who do you think will be in the bottom? And she didn't only say you. She said you and 2 T's. And she probably meant to say herself too. I don't know. But here comes T.S. Madison. Maddie comes in and talks to the girls. And Maddie says something that sets some things straight for me. She said, and this is something that I already knew, but I don't care. Check me in the comments if you must. I always wondered, Gottmik is trans male. I just always asked, like, I always wanted to ask Gottmik, just out of my own curiosity, nothing shady. Why would you want to perform as a woman, a drag queen, when you went through all of this to not be a woman? Maddie put it all into perspective for me, that checked me and was like, quit worrying about it, girl. Mind your business. She said drag is not an identity. It is an art form. And that made me, it's something I already knew, because not every drag queen wants to be a woman. They're performing their art. I got it. I don't know why I couldn't click my mind to get it with Gottmik. But once Maddie said it to Gottmik, I was like, bitch, I get it. Gottmik is just performing her art. I ain't gonna pretend like I understand it all. But Maddie made it click for me to be like, bitch, stop worrying about it. Like, mind your business. Enjoy the show that she's putting on, because Gottmik is turning Drag Race, and move on. So I'm happy Maddie came on and said what she had to say on TV. I love following T.S. Madison. I love listening to everything that she says. Not one, she entertains me. She's an entertaining bitch. I can call T.S. Madison a bitch. She ain't gonna be offended. She's an entertaining bitch. Two, she educates me, because I'm not going to pretend to make it seem like I understand everything about a community that I don't belong to. I don't. So when T.S. Madison has serious conversations, I listen to that as well, because she educates me. And three, she's just a lovely person. It's something, sometimes you have a celebrity that you just feel, you get their aura, you understand their energy. It's like, I get that from Maddie, and every time I see her on anything, I want to support. I don't care if it's YouTube, Instagram. She is one of the few people, because I'm stingy with my coins. She's one of the few people I give my coins to on Patreon. I'm definitely watching her reality show. Anything, I know she has many more things coming. Anything that Madison does, I'm going to support. I love her so much. So, Elliot is gone. What y'all gonna do now? Like, Ru, what are you gonna do? Because really, everybody now that's left in the competition, I absolutely love. It's gonna be hard now to see people go, because I love Utica. I don't want to see her go. I feel like she's next on the chopping block. I feel like Denali is going to get shafted to save a Candy. Maybe even Tina. I don't know. It's just like, it's going to be hard watching people going forward, because I really do love everybody that's left. And I feel like Ru is going to save Candy at least to the top 5. But we shall see. I could be wrong. I was wrong about a whole bunch of stuff on reality TV this past week. But that's it for my notes. I know I talked a little bit too much this week, but I love Snatch Game and I love T.S. Madison. I had to go through all of that and get in the comments. I definitely want to know what you all think about their performances, the characters they picked, the outfits they wore on the runway this week. And let's have a good time in the conversations. And I will see you all next week. All right. Talk to you later. Bye.